max, okay, it will be reinitialized. It's something like mod operation here. It's something working like rear mod 5. Okay. So yeah, now rear is pointing to empty element, empty cell in an array. So NQ is allowed. So if it is pointing, yeah. Now let's take case C3. In case C3, is count is equivalent to max. Case C3, no, count is not equivalent to max. It means irrespective of whether front and rear are pointing, NQ is allowed because it has not saturated. Q is not saturated. So it checks is rear is pointing to max. Okay. Now rear is not pointing to max. So again, insertion is allowed at rear. Okay. Let's see case C1. Yeah. In this, if is not if condition is not executed and neither another second if is also false. So of course insertion is allowed at R. So case 3 we completed. Let's come to case A. In case A, what is, yeah, case A, insertion is allowed at R, no problems. Okay, so we proceed. We can proceed now. We'll write. So have I declared a queue? Yeah, Q, name is QUEUE, Q. Here we write QUEUE, Q of rear is equal to. Okay, now here we have to ask the user, enter the element, printf /n, enter the element, scanf %d ampersand element, for example, PLE is an element of type integer, int element. So at that this element is added. After adding, rear will be incremented and count was initialized to 0. Count has to be also incremented. Okay. Now this is the NQ function. Here we are looking that whether Q, if Q is saturated, we cannot insert an element, but there is possibility that rear is pointing to max, but still there are a few elements which are empty at the front side. Then we make rear is equal to 0 and allow the elements to be inserted. Okay. Now let's come to DQ. Now when DQ is not allowed, if the count is less than or equal to 0, then count is not allowed, DQ is not allowed because Q is empty. Okay. Now let's see the different cases now. Is DQ allowed in case A? No, we have just not detected. If count is less than or equal to 0, then Q is empty. We detected case A. Now let's go to case B. Okay. In case B, yeah, if of course we need not check that whether the Q is full or not, because DQ is allowed. DQ is allowed when the Q is full. Let's come to case C. Case C1, is DQ allowed? Yes, DQ is allowed. DQ is allowed when an element is deleted, front points to next element, which is index 1 and which is actually an element 2. Please refer your notes, the different cases what I have given. Okay, in case C2, yeah, still DQ is allowed. Here also F gets incremented. But in case C3, where f is equal to, when f is pointing to max. And in this case rear is lesser than f. So there is possibility that still dq is allowed if f is pointing to when f is pointing to max, it is possible. See, for example, in case C, in here, if I delete an element 5, what happens after deleting? So far what we were doing, when I delete it here, when I delete an element, okay, f is incremented. When I again delete, f is incremented. So whenever I am deleting, f is incremented. What happens when I delete here an element, f gets incremented and f points to max, which is 5. So whenever I see this, f points to max, then what I have to do? I have to set f is equal to 0. F is equal to 0. Yeah. So this is also like f mod max. Okay. Yes. Let's write that. If font is max, then font is equal to 0. Then afterwards, what do we do is, when fonts, yeah, it's 0, then I have to delete an element. Okay, how do I delete it? I'll make it like this: font QUEUE of font is equal to, let's put null. Just I am removing this element, or here you can print the, before you remove this. The meaning of q of font is equal to null, I want to say that I am deleting it. Okay. After deleting, font will be incremented. Okay. So it's working. Yeah, no errors. So now let's come to display then. How do you display an element? When you cannot display an element, if count is less than or equal to 0, then we cannot display. Why? Because Q is empty. Otherwise, now again, if rear is greater than font, then it's very easy for to display an element. Okay, I can write one for loop for which runs from font to rear, and we can print all elements percentile D QUEUE of I. Okay. Otherwise, it means now please look to these cases. when I want to display, in case A I cannot display, which we have signified with the condition that count is less than or equal to 0, and case B, of course, is identified by if rear is greater than fund, I can display where fund when the value of I runs from F to rear and it displays. Case C1 also executes this second if condition, second if conditional statements, and in case of case C3 and case C2, case C2, how do we display elements? Okay, so for this is what I have to code in else part. Okay, for case C2 and case C3, I have to code this in else part. So let's do that. So what we do is we'll write a loop where I runs from fund to I less than max.